Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to WolfQuest, the Haunted One with Willow. So Willow is still in a state of shock here, sitting on this rock. She has just been chased down by some creature that she can only assume is maybe Eartha, but she doesn't know why. The encounter was terrifying, because it seemed like she was about to be hunted. And that isn't what she expected from a goddess that she had been raised to believe in. What was strange, though, is this creature smiled at her. A smile of compassion. A smile of welcome home. So Willow doesn't know what any of that means. Was she supposed to die? And in all this time, she feels a quivering in her heart. A quivering that almost doesn't belong to her. It belongs to a younger Willow, the spirit Willow, who is also petrified by what she saw. Spirit Willow will not be coming out today. She is too frightened of what has happened, and it won't be easy for living Willow either, because in some ways she has denied Eartha and therefore denied her help. Willow's gonna have a harder time getting food, fighting off wolves, taking territory, but she can't stop. She has a mate, Amor, who loves her and needs her, and pups that need her, especially now that Amor has howled, that Fang has fallen ill. Not just that, but the pups are very hungry. They're so close to growing up and being ready, and Willow wishes so much to get them to go to the next stage of their life where she can raise them to be full wolves. And so she's going to have to focus on getting them there. She can't think about what happened with Eartha. She can't think about the spirit Willow that's quivering inside of her. She just needs to be a wolf and a mom. And so that's what she's going to focus on today. While out hunting, Willow comes across a carcass of a cow elk. What's strange is she doesn't remember taking this one down. She sniffs the carcass. The scent of dead and rotting meat is a bit overwhelming and hard to pinpoint any other scents, but she does pick out the scent of other wolves. Wolves that she doesn't really recognize, and she's concerned that these wolves have been hunting too close to her territory and now in her territory. She'll keep an eye out as she runs back to her babies to feed them this meat chunk, as she is unsuccessful in finding any baby ungulates in the grass or any moose calves to bring home. And now Willow is home with her babies. She brings a small meat chunk for them to share, and she will give what food she has to them as well, knowing that they are practically starving. She feels bad, like she's failed her pups. Everything that has been going on, Charm arriving, the mother of Spirit Willow, everything with the watchtower, the strange voice, the vision that she saw. Everything seems so utterly unimportant when it comes to these 5 pups in front of her. Fang is sick, but still growing strong. And our other 4 boys are doing well, albeit a little tired. She's exhausted too. She barely has enough energy to play with them, but she pushes because she just wants to be close to her pups. This is all that matters. Not Spirit Willow, not Charm, not the strange vision or the weird happenings around this place of Lost River. It's just these 5 pups. Amor is desperately trying to encourage a pack howl, raising affinity. Affinity is lowered since Willow has been gone so often. She doesn't really want to leave anymore. She just wants to be with them. She feeds them the last of her regurgitated meat, It's food that these pups don't really like anymore. They're too big for this kind of food, but it's all she has to give, and she knows at least this way they won't starve. All it is buying her more time. She notices that Amor is also quite hungry. The two will likely have to go back and visit that carcass or find a new one. But they really need to focus on getting food that is suitable for these pups to grow, because this muck that she's regurgitating is not enough. She notices something strange. Little Moon is very hungry and hasn't been eating. Oh, we shall continue that thought in just a moment. I don't think so. Don't you hit me. Oh, Amor, please be careful, Amor. Oh, jeez. Ah! Look at Amor is just taking on this bear. What is happening? Amor has no fear. Amor, please be careful. We are inaccurate today. Okay, Amor is actually being really smart about this and hasn't really gotten hurt yet. Oh my gosh. He is insanely brave. Willow gives him all the affection. His bravery is outstanding. His love for her and their family outweighs the fear of dying to a bear just to give them one extra day. That is beautiful love. But after that, they're both exhausted and they pass out, hoping to find enough food for the pups tomorrow, hoping that the dangers stay away just one more day. But it seems as though they will not be lucky. Wolves are now attacking a scout from another pack, the Van Winkle pack. That wolf was quite easy to disperse. But now Willow is hungry and she wants to get food for her pups. She asks Amor to come with her. Now that was at least very lucky. Willow came across a mother. She never even found the mother. She could just sense that there was one nearby. And she got herself a small fawn, something for the pups to munch on for a little bit, so that Amor and Willow can go out later to get themselves some food. Unfortunately, as she looks over her pups, she sees that Fang has deteriorated rather quickly. Fang is the biggest of all the pups and the only female, and she wonders if her size and her growing so fast has anything to do with this sickness. As she has seen before in siblings, that the bigger you are, sometimes the sicker you get. She's hoping and even praying for Fang to get better. Even if that was Eartha that she saw at the watchtower, then that means Eartha is very real, and she prays to the goddess, please spare my young child. My little girl, my only girl. The fawn is gone, and she must go look for more food. The scent of bison carcass is strong in the air, and Willow is quite excited, wondering if she can rip off a big enough meat chunk, but she's now in stranger territory, so she'll have to be careful. She also smells bears and is sure that they're nearby. She may have to fight for this. It took a lot of patience and a lot of skill for Willow to wait the bears out, but she is rewarded with them running off and her being able to feast on this bison. She hopes that she can grab a big enough chunk, but she's already so very tired from having to work a delicate game to get those bears to leave. She's only able to pull off a mouthful, but she does fill up her belly and races back to the pups, but an elk mother distracts her. Now this would be a good meal for her puppies. She is so very fortunate and discovers the calf quickly, leaving the meat chunk behind for foxes and coyotes to fight over. This is a much better prize, and she races home with glee. When she arrives back, she puts the carcass down and she immediately turns her attention to Fang, wanting to make sure that her daughter eats plenty of food. Her health is deteriorated, So she makes sure to give attention to her daughter in hopes that it will do something, anything to heal her. Perhaps tomorrow she will take Fang out, as her father used to do when a pup fell sick. Take her on a journey to strengthen territory, and maybe even find a baby ungulate together, or swim in the river, whatever it takes to heal her daughter. And again, as she noticed before but was rudely interrupted by the bear, she notices that Moon always waits to eat last, making sure that his siblings eat first and that they get their fill. It's something rather precious that Willow has noticed, a sweet and protective brother that he is. She's proud of her son, she's proud of all of her children. And she feels so very blessed to have them. She feels blessed she was able to find food. Even Amor was able to eat. The family's doing well. And she's almost forgotten about that strange vision. She does think about Charm briefly. Even though Charm is not her mother, she still has those feelings from the spirit within her to care about that other female. And she wonders if Fang gets better, if she should go check on Charm herself. And Fang is healed, thank goodness. With the fresh food of the calf and Willow's love, Fang has pulled through. And now I think it is time for a weight check. We are getting so very close. So Fang, who is now recovered, is at 19.5 pounds, only a half a pound away from being able to leave. Ambrose is 18.4, Barrow has caught up to Fang with 19.5, Moon is 18.9, Kylo is 18.5. These pups are growing so big, and Willow is excited for the next stage of their life. The smell of elk is just radiant through the air. And now Willow has the urge to hunt. She hasn't hunted in a few days, eating off of carcasses from someone else's kill. It just isn't as exciting and invigorating. And she feels good. She feels better. The vision long gone, her family in the forefront of her mind. She lets the pups eat, but she's decided she wants to hunt today. The carcass is gone, and so now is the time to move out. Willow calls Amor with her, and together they'll follow the elk scent and hopefully get a very good meal. A storm has rolled in, making it really tricky for Willow to follow this elk herd. She's wondered if she's missed it, but the scent is still on the wind, just not nearly as strong. It's getting harder and harder to find them, but she's determined to hunt. And there they are, with their calves ready and everything. A calf may be easier to hunt, but the mothers will be extra protective now that the calves can no longer hide in the grass. Willow senses that they're close to the watchtower and she's fearful, but she's hungry and she wants to do this hunt. And Amor finishes the calf off. Sensing Willow's worry, he decides to help. Although one little calf doesn't last very long and is already gone between Willow and Amor, he relaxes next to her. They have a moment together where they share how fortunate they are and their excitement going forward. Willow no longer feels the fear that she did before, standing with her powerful mate whom she loves so much. Together they are a power couple. We haven't used that term in a long time. And the two travel home together. The watchtower still stands, looming over the valley, and Willow gives it a look. The light that was there gone. And she feels at peace.